Okay, cool. All right, so brief overview of the company, Fifth Element Wellness. I always like to start off by looking at, I guess, the things that make us help explain why we exist. So, starting off with our why, the reason why we exist is we want to help people feel good again. And again, really is a definitive word here for us, as most of our clients that we work with, that we serve, are generally people who are a little bit more mature, ripe in age. You know, they're 40, they're 50, they're 60. Oftentimes, it's not so much the 20-year-olds. And so they're usually people that are looking to get back on top of their health and fitness in a way, and the well-being that they've probably neglected in the past. And so this is like a major reason why we exist. We want to help you feel good again. Now, our values break down into three core areas. We've got the story as being the first one. The story is, for us, we care about people's stories, the past, the present, and the future. So where they've been, where they are now, and where they want to go. Our next value is the support. So for us, we want to guide and support their journey as they transition from the present to the future. And community. We love having our members, our clients contribute to our community and also share wellness along the way, because I think a big part of community is not just stepping in for the first time, which is obviously a core component of it as you surround yourself with the like-minded people, but also getting to the point where you're so immersed in the community, you start to share our community with your own, whether that's your family, your work colleagues, etc. So these are our core values: story, support, and community. Now, how we do this are these intersecting points in the Venn diagram. So how we help somebody transition from their story to their support is largely through personalization. So we design personal pathways to support somebody forwards based on their personal past, present, and future, and the support that's needed. Now, the support to the community component, how we do that is through coaching. So we personalize the journey and then we coach you through that, whether that is technique centric, whether it's nutritional coaching, whether it's behavioral coaching, whether it's stress management, lifestyle balance, whatever it may be. Coaching is obviously a core component of what we do at Fifth Element Wellness. And then, as I was alluding to before, how we actually transition community background into our story is actually by sharing. So you've had such a great experience, ideally or clients have such a great experience along the way that they can't help but want to share it with other people, and that becomes part of their story, because at some stage their future becomes their present and they create a new future, which may dovetail and overlap into supporting the community around them. And it continues to cascade around. And I think a really big part as to why I'm so motivated about what we do at Fifth Element Wellness is really about making sure that we where possible, make an impact so deep and so profound that it becomes a generational change. It's where we change the young lady or the young man or mature who then has a child and raises them differently, or the way that they help guide the health of their parents or their loved ones, and making that deep generational impact is a really big part about why we do what we do. It's not about, yeah, we all want to look better, we all want to feel better, but I like to think the ripples can go deeper than that. And yeah, that's our why, that's our values, and that's how we go about doing that. Any questions on that? Great. All right. The 5 elements of Fifth Element. I'm going to really talk about the headline points for each. These are on our website. You're always welcome to come back and see them and go through them in more detail. But nourishment's a core thing for us. So nourishment's not just about the food that you eat. It's about how well you absorb it. It's what makes those up, which for us, there are holes in people's nutrition often by what we eat or don't, by modern day agriculture and stuff like that. So vitamins and minerals can be beneficial, but nourishment's also about what happens in your mind and your mental well-being. Energy and mood and hydration is a core component of nourishment. Fulfillment, feeling elements of gratitude, feeling confident about who we are and where we're heading in our life is such an empowering thing. Having a healthy physique is a sense of fulfillment. Achieving goals, quality of life, things that all bring us fulfillment throughout our lives. Movement, obviously we've got mobility, flexibility, we've got cardiovascular health, very important. Living pain-free for a lot of our clients. They just don't want to feel stiff, sore, tight, and tired. They want to be strong. They want to have good posture. And so when we look at movement, these are the core elements that we're looking at. Connection. So this is bringing in a sense of belonging, being a part of a space, whether it's the like-minded community or the coach that you work with, where you feel like there's a sense of belonging. You don't feel ostracized, or you're going to a gym or getting support, but it's not something that you really feel connected to. Versus really feeling like I want to be here. I resonate with this. This is something that's more, this is like a second home to me, if that makes sense. Personal support obviously comes into that. Gathering and events are a core component of how we can connect people, as well as group training and helping to facilitate community through events and catch-ups and stuff like that. Stress management is critical. We've got different tools and things we believe in. Of course, it's an endless supply, but yoga, hot and cold therapy, inflammation support is really important as well. Self-awareness, us being aware as to where we currently sit and the things that are holding us back and overcoming those limiting beliefs. And then mindfulness is certainly another element of stress management. And this could be, all of these could be much, much more than the 5 points underneath the 5 headings. But for us at Fifth Element, this is kind of like the overarching 5 elements and the core and the foundations of everything that we do and believe in. And for us, yeah, we definitely aren't all carried away with the woo-woo. For us, we do believe there is some substance in woo-woo, 100%. But we also do believe in modern science. And I think there's a balancing act of getting them right is beneficial versus it's all about modern medicine or it's all about ancient practices. I think the most benefit for most people is usually somewhere closer towards the middle of that spectrum.